Hi everyone, Zoe Kent here. Hope you're all well. I'm just streaming live via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter. So it's great to see you all in here today. I know that I'm just waiting for a few of you to come in. Whilst you're coming in, I just want to say what a glorious day it's been. It's looked absolutely amazing outside the window. I can't wait to go and finish my Q&A with you all today. So I'm just welcoming you all in. I've got people coming in from Facebook, so welcome in. It's so great to see you in here. It's great to be back. You know, the last couple of lives that I've been doing over the last couple of days have been so engaging, and the amount of messages that I've been getting after them have been really great. So I just want to say thank you all so much for really engaging with me and making this a great effort in terms of what we've been doing over the last couple of days. We've been going live every single day this week. This is my 4th live of the week, and I've got lots of questions to go through. If you are just coming in, please do put in the chat, in the comment box below, what business you are, who you are, where you're listening in from, and if you've got a burning social media question, please do put it in the comments below. I'm streaming live on Instagram, so if you see me look over, you know why. And I'm also going live here on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube as well. So it's great to see so many of you coming in. Welcome all. I hope you've had an amazing day. I'm seeing Croydon Fencing coming in, Successful Mums. Welcome in on Instagram. And let's just see. Oh, I've got people coming in already. I've got, oh wow, Tracy Ann from Montana. Welcome in. And it's raining there. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what, the sun's really shining here. It's amazing. So I'm sorry it's raining there, but I hope that you have nice weather over the weekend, Tracy Ann. Who else have we got in here? We've got David Breaker. Hope you're well and safe too. I'm good. I've also got Graham Baker coming in. I've kept missing this. The first time I've managed to catch you live. It's great to have you here, Graham. I know that you're always sharing our stuff, and I'm so grateful for you doing that. So it's great to see you here. If you are just coming in, please do let us know where you're listening in from. It'd be great to see. Hi Amy, hope you're well. The lovely Amy Jane from Aesthetics, and so Tracy Ann. So far, you're probably the furthest listening in, which is fantastic. It's great to see you here, and thank you for taking the time out. I've got people coming in on Instagram as well. So today is a Q&A, social media Q&A. Super excited to be doing this, and I've got a ton of questions to go through. But if you are on this live right now, please do put in the comment box your questions, because I'm going to go through and answer them, which is great. I've had some great comments of people that have already been watching this. Welcome on Instagram as well. Someone from West London, welcome in. Avatar Philly, something like that, the company name. Successful Mums, hi again Zoe. Question. So they've got a question as well. I'm going to come back to you, Successful Mums. So that's great. I've just got a couple of more people, and then come back to the questions on there. I've got Jessica Page coming in there as well. So Tracy, you're coming in for the furthest so far. The lovely Roland has just come in, Roland Voller. So it's great to see so many of you in here, and welcome in. So I've got a few questions coming in. My first one is from the lovely Jane from Successful Mums, and she's on Instagram watching at the moment. Jane says, hi again Zoe, question, I'd like to run an online taster session using face-to-face. And are you looking for the software you might use, Jane? It must be the software you're looking to use. So when you're doing online taster sessions, it's really important that you make sure that you choose the right software that is going to allow you to do the things that you really want to do. And I would recommend using Zoom. Zoom's fantastic. It's a great tool you can use. It's quite cost effective. And it does the thing that you want it to do, and it's quite simple to use as well. So Zoom allows you to have that online taster session. You can bring them in, they can engage with you, can open their mic, they can use video. So I would recommend Zoom, Jane, for doing that. The other ways that you could do it, if you've got Microsoft Teams, you can invite them that way. But if you're going to be promoting it out online, where you want as many people, for 100 people, I would use Zoom. Definitely use Zoom. That's definitely the way. So Zoom will only allow 100 people or less on a webinar, but I would definitely use Zoom. I use Zoom and I think it's a great tool to use. Hope that helps. Okay, so more people coming in on Instagram, welcome in. Who else have we got coming in on here? We've got Sarah Hicks. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're well. Again, if you're just coming in, put in the comment box below your social media question. That will be great, and I will be more than happy to answer them. If you are just coming in, please make sure that if you've seen on my posts, we've got a free download available, up to 3 hours of social media content for free. If you would like that, just type in yes please below, and if you have got a friend that would be really interested in these social media Q&As, do tag them in the post below as well, because it's great to be able to share this with people. Welcome in QC Francis, hope you're well, I haven't seen you in a while. And King's Driveways Group, welcome as well. I'm just doing a live Q&A. So what else have we got coming in here? I've got some more questions. I've got questions coming in from Twitter as well. So let's answer one of these questions. So my first question from yesterday, after the lives, what I do is I get an influx of questions coming in, and I then save them all to a sheet where I can answer them all. So I've got my first one. Someone says, how do you start blogging and what's the best way to start? And this message is from a lady called Natalie Morrow. So Natalie's asking, if I wanted to start blogging, how do I get started and what's the best way? Now, blogging is a great way to share good content and a great way to share your expertise. And it's great for your website SEO as well. So really important to do. However, lots of people think, if I start blogging, I've got to do it every week. I would start small to start with. And if you're someone like me that doesn't like writing, I prefer to do videos or these live videos, then I really do emphasize getting a tool that you can speak to and it transfers it into text. So what I would do is, you can use Google for that as well. Google will transfer your voice into text and it enables you to convert that into a blog post. Your blog post should be about 300 to 400 words. It can be longer, up to 1,000, but that's quite a long article. Remember, people only digest things in small amounts at the moment. So the way that I would find out what I should call my blog posts is I use a tool called answerthepublic.com. And answerthepublic.com will allow you to go and have a look at what questions your target audience are asking Google, and therefore you can then use those titles for your blog posts or your live videos or your videos to really engage with your audience, because that's the type of content that they want. They will more than likely open that. So hopefully that makes sense. So I would start with, do your research, know who your audience are, do your research with Answer the Public, and then I would then start thinking about how often you were going to blog. So go and use answerthepublic.com, find a question that your audience are asking, and use your phone to start with, and write down key points, bullet points of what you might write about around that question, and then start to fill it in. I love getting that structure first and then going to fill it in. So that's how I would get started. And then the important part is making sure you really get it distributed out there. So make sure you add loads of value in that blog, you do a call to action on there as well, and make sure that you distribute it well across your social media platforms. Really important thing to do. So hopefully that helps, Natalie, in terms of where to get started. It'd be great to see your first blog, Natalie, so when you do it, make sure you tag me in. I'd love to see how you get on. So really, really good. So let me know how you get on with that. Well, I hope you're well, Denise. Where are you listening in from? It'll be great to see where you're listening in and what you do as a business. Tracy Ann says, question, We have started to do some lives on Facebook. I would love some pointers on products to use to make it more professional, like Ecamm. I always worry about the background and the lighting. Thanks. So Tracy, you know, Facebook Lives are really important. Making sure you get the lighting right is key, but also making sure you get your backdrop right too. So for example, you can see I've been experimenting with different software. This last week I'm using Restream.io, which streams out to multiple channels, but I'm also using behind that, getting a bit more technical, which is why I've got Gareth helping me on this, is something called OBS software. And OBS software allows me to have these graphics up on the screen, and also allows me to put my own logo. So you can see my logo. This is where I've made the boo-boo though. You'll see that my logo is not showing up very well, but I'm learning by doing it. So even though I do lots of lives, I wanted to be gain more reach. I wanted to be make sure that my lives, I had a call to action, and it's really important to make sure that it does look professional. So you said use something like Ecamm. Ecamm is very much like the tool that I'm currently using, and also OBS. The background, have a neutral background so it's not distracting for your audience. Make sure that you've got nothing that's actually going to take their attention away from what you're trying to tell them. But also make sure that you've got what was the good lighting, really important. So I purchased one of the halo lights, which was just off Amazon, and that's what I've got on me now. I have got the sun beaming in, but I've shut my blinds, but the light at the moment that I'm using is my halo light. It's perfect. It cost me about £20 on Amazon. It's great. I can just switch it on. It does really make a difference to the lighting as well. But just start simple and build it up, because that's what I've done. You know, when I've started to do lives, I've experimented with more things. And every time I learn something, I'm always learning. So I'm learning with this new software, and I'm learning to add things as I go along. You know, you'll probably find every day this week I've done something different. So the first live, I just had my little banner up here on the on your left hand side, and then on the second day I then had a new screen that come up. And then the third day, I then had, I'm trying to think of what I had. I didn't have anything different on the third day, but today I've got this new, let me put it the right way, this free download, this option here for call to action. Because so many times throughout the live, I was saying to people, you know, type in yes, please, to get my 3 hours of content. I didn't want that to see that as a distraction to my live video. So hopefully that makes sense. So just make sure that you're really utilizing the tools as much as you can, but you can't do it all at once. You need to make sure that you're doing it step by step, because if you try and do it all at once and something doesn't work, it's then that you think, what was it that didn't work? So it's just by taking it step by step. Hopefully that gives you some pointers. Let me just give you some feedback. Graham Baker in here is a photographer. So he says, don't forget the height of the camera too. You don't want to see up people's noses. Most people have their camera too low. Graham, really good one. It's about having it at that eye level. And I must say, I have seen some people where they've got their laptop slanted and it's highlighting the wrong way. Definitely aim to have it eye level, Graham says. So hopefully that's helped, Tracy Ann. Michelle says, what's the name of the tools you would use to transfer from video to blog? So the tools that you can use to translate your video to blog. So actually turn your video from what you're talking about into words, Michelle, maybe you mean. We use a tool called rev.com, R-E-V.com, and rev.com allows you to upload your video and then it translates it into words, or transcribes it into words. So you can then just go and edit it and transfer it into a blog. Hi Ria, hi Janine on Instagram, hope you're well. So that's the name of the tool that I would use to transcribe. So when, for example, I'm doing a live video, I could take this video, so I can actually go in Chrome, and you can now download a video off of Chrome onto your computer. I can then upload that into rev.com. They can transcribe it. I can also take the audio off of that video and put it into a podcast. So it's a really great way of getting so much out of one piece of content. Saves you time, but then you've got free ways in which you've got your content that you can actually distribute across your channels, because people take content in different ways. So hopefully that makes sense. So hopefully that helped. Who else have we got coming in here? So Michelle Cousins we've just had. Denise says, Facebook, I come along to your events every other month. I make natural, Denise says she comes along to the events every other month and I make natural body care products and offer therapeutic work also. Oh, miss your events. You know, we're missing them as well. We're just trying to make sure that our academy is going to be online in May, in case we are still in this situation. So we've got an exciting thing coming up. We've got super exciting stuff coming up next week on our Facebook page as well. So we've had all week of live Q&As, and next week's going to be a little bit different, but also great content for you all. So do stay tuned. If you are just tuning in, like I said, if you would like our free download of 3 hours of social media content, type in yes please in the comments below. If you look at the call to action here, you'll see there that you can just download it. If you type in yes please, and I'll send you the link afterwards, so you can grab that content, especially if you've got some time to really update your skills and learn something new. Even if you take one nugget out of that, that really helps push you forward. How many of you have got more questions? Tracy Ann says thank you. Michelle says thank you. Graham's also put that Temi is another translator tool. It's not accurate as Rev, but worth a look. Thank you for that. That's brilliant. Natalie's just come in. Natalie says, hello, can I ask you, how do you start blogging and what's the best way to start? Natalie, I've answered your question right at the beginning of this live Q&A. So once we finish, do go back over that, because I mentioned you as well. So it's great to see you in here. So that's good. So hopefully you find that useful. Again, got people coming in. As you're coming in, please do say hi. It'd be great to say who you are, where you're from, what business you run, and what is your social media question right now. If you're just coming through on Instagram, welcome in. I've got Arts Quest Sussex coming in, Elizabeth Hoskin, hope you're well. It's great to see you in here. So I know there's a bit of a few minutes lag on in terms of you coming in. Hi Cheryl, hope you're well. Cheryl is my lovely sister-in-law, and she runs, I think I mentioned you a couple of times this week on my lives. Cheryl runs an amazing clinic up in a beauty clinic up in Sussex, and she done a virtual party the other day on Temple Spa products. The virtual party was amazing. If you want to check Cheryl's stuff out, Essence Sussex, check out her page. Virtual party, absolutely brilliant. You can invite your friends along and you can really engage and do different games and quizzes. And we were having a real sort of like quiz off, I would call it, as who could get the answers quick enough. And there was prizes there as well. But I ended up ordering this box of luxurious products, and it's absolutely amazing. I've got this skin truffle, and it says like diamonds and truffle smelling and stuff, which is a cleanser. And tonight Cheryl's given me an online virtual facial where I'm going to try the products out. I can't wait. So Cheryl, I can't wait for that this evening. I definitely need it this week. So there's Cheryl just coming in. Graham's put the Facebook comments coming up. What software is that? Restream or OBS? The Facebook comments, what do you mean, Graham, in terms of how I'm getting the comments come up on the screen? It's Restream is coming up. Another one that you can use is that's cheaper than Restream is something called BeLive.tv. I would check that out. It's a great one to get started with. It's much more simple to navigate, although you are a techie guy anyway, so it's great. And again, if you've already got the LinkedIn Live version, you can also stream that through on there as well. So that's really good. The lovely Anne from PA Portal, hope you're well. Dominic, I haven't seen you in ages. Zoe, what do you use for streaming this live? I'm using Restream. I love doing this. It is a great tool. I've been training a lot of my mentees to use it. It's working really great. And like I said, it's streaming across Twitter, and I've got people coming in from Twitter as well. YouTube, although there's not much engagement on YouTube yet. So I've got YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and you can go live on LinkedIn if you have the LinkedIn option of going live. I still haven't got it, and I'm so upset that I haven't got it yet. I can't wait to get it. Let's have a look. And so it's great to see Dominica on here. What have we got here? What else have we got coming in? Natalie says, sorry I couldn't hear you when you read my message. I think something happened. It will be on the replay, Natalie, so do go back over it and make sure it's there. If not, let me know and I'll message you. Ellen Allen says, I have started a new brand on April the 1st. I feel the timing is so awful, but I've had to push forward, and the people being so receptive on social to a small local business. Ellen, what is your brand and what is your company that you've just started? Do you know what? Don't see this timing as awful. I know things are going on in the world, and you know, this happened to me as well. I actually, in the recession in 2010, I mean, that was a completely different time, but it was still a recession. I was in the financial industry. And at the time the recession hit, it was very, it was a time of uncertainty then, and I really wanted to go and set up my own business. And at the time I thought, you know, I'm going to allow myself 6 months in my job to then transition over to my new business and give me time to really build it. And what happened is that my boss said, go now, and I didn't have that 6 months to prepare, and that was bad timing. But you know what, I saw it as an opportunity to really take the focus, be able to build my brand and really push it out there, and now's the time to do that. So really make sure your brand is strong. If you haven't already, Ellen, make sure you type in yes please in the comments below to access my 3 hours of social media content, because in there's an article and a webinar on what you can be posting to keep your brand strong right now through these uncertain times that will really help your business. And it's a free download, so just type in yes please in the comments. Anyone else that would like that, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, just type in yes please, and I'll make sure that I send you the link afterwards. Accessorize my garden, hope you're well on Instagram, and of course I'll send that over after the live as well, which is great. So hopefully that helps, Ellen. Please, you know, I know it's really it is uncertain times, and sometimes we think, oh, you know, it couldn't have happened at a worse time, but see this as an opportunity. Really do see this as an opportunity. People are online, people would engage with you. This is a great time to really build that online brand and presence. So just really go for it. Keep focused, keep looking forward, and really push your business forward there. If you are still engaging, you are still on the Q&A, it's great to see you in here. And if you are on Instagram, I'm doing a live Q&A across all of my social media platforms. I just mentioned that if you would like my free download of 3 hours of social media content, type in the yes please. Hi Louise, hope you're okay from Lusher Life. I haven't seen you in ages. It's great to see so many people and connecting with so many people as well. Ellen's put the skincare connection, 100% natural skin products. Thank you, Zoe. I come to your academy years ago and my career has done 180 since then. I do feel positive though. Brilliant, Ellen. Keep up the amazing work. Keep going with what you're doing, which is positive. So keep your questions coming in. If you're just coming in, please do put your questions below. I'm going to go back to my questions that I got overnight after you've been watching my live. If you are watching the replay, put your questions in the comment box because I'll answer it on the live tomorrow. So next question. I'm a startup business. What do you suggest to get a following on Instagram? How many of you are on Instagram? If you're on Instagram watching the live, brilliant. It's great to see you in. If you're watching me live on Facebook, if you are on Instagram, type in yes, I'm on Instagram and you want more help. Instagram is a platform which is very visual. It definitely has a great audience on there, and it's a great distraction away from Facebook and negative news as well. Hi Karen, hope you're well. It's lovely to see you in here. So if you are on Instagram, how do you build up your following? And right now, it's more about the engagement with your audience. But if you have just started out, it's about making sure that you're providing good quality content and making sure that you go in and spend around 20 to 30 minutes each day to engage with other people on Instagram before you post your post. Okay, so make sure that when you're about to post your Instagram post, that you go and engage for that time. You go and engage with people, and you go and engage on the hashtags of where your target audience are hanging at. Go and engage on the target on the hashtags of where your target audience are hanging out. Really important. This is then going to get people engaging with you and coming back to your posts, and then engaging with you, and hopefully then following you. And that's where I would get started. Also, if you have just started out, you can connect you can see if any of your Facebook friends are already on Instagram, and you can follow them. And then what that will do, that will then enable you to then start building that following organically as well. So a bit of a tip. Karen on Instagram says, hello, nice to see you. It's great to see you as well. Gordon Craigie Photography has just come in. Hi Essence Sussex, hope you're well. It's good to see you in here as well. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a starter on Instagram. Now, David Breaker says, I've decided to take the time to build and promote my online weight loss coaching program. That sounds really good, David. Really exciting. Already have a nearly full initial cohort. Brilliant. And he's put, thanks for all your tips, Zoe. They help so much. David, you're more than welcome. If it's about helping people right now, it's about making sure that I'm adding value. All I ask in return from you all is that if you know someone, if you know a business, or you know a person that's just setting up in business, or a business already in business, a marketing manager, a social media manager that would find my content useful, please tag them in the comments below to share this with them. It's all about adding value. This is a Q&A. There is free content for you to download. So if you would like it, just type in yes, please, and I'll send it to you afterwards. But David, thank you so much for your lovely feedback. I really appreciate feedback like that. It makes me feel what I do so much more worthwhile. Lauren, the lovely Lauren Webster. Lauren, just type in the comments as well about your business. Lauren is one of my mentees in the Start Social group. Lauren's got a great business, and she's always here on my live supporting me. So thank you, Lauren, for coming in. Ellen's put, fantastic tip, RE Insta. Definitely try it out. You'll see a massive difference in terms of what you're doing in terms of your engagement. Ultimate Ethan, welcome in. I know that you've been on here every day from Twitter, which is fantastic. I'm really well. I'm keeping well and safe. I'm loving the sunshine coming through my window today. I'm hoping it's going to stay like this over the weekend, which will enable me to get out in the sunshine, because I've just been back to back with one-to-ones and doing my lives, and we're already planning our shows for next week, which is going to be really fun, because I'm getting Gareth involved. I've told him he needs to get involved in our live videos, so he's super excited about that as well. Instagram, we've got Seb the Mortgage Guy. Hi Seb. Seb's been a really good contact of mine for years, back from my financial service days. We're just talking about the mortgage days, Seb. And Mega Drywall, hope you're well. As you're just coming in on Instagram, I mentioned about my free downloads. If you want 3 hours worth of free content, type in yes please, or DM me and I'll send it to you. So if you are just coming in, any questions, put them in the comment box. I've got a few more questions to go through. Like I mentioned, this is about you, not about me, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you good value. So next question, someone's put open group or closed group. Open group or closed group. So how many of you have got Facebook groups that you really want to build your influence or your engagement in. Sometimes groups become really, I want to use the word stale, they become really unengaged, and it takes a while for you to make them warm again. So how can you do that? And the great thing is making sure that the key thing is making sure that you don't share the same content that you share out on your page into your group. Your group needs to add more value. Okay, so how are you going to do that? So start thinking about giving people an incentive as to why they might join your group. Really important. And so you can then promote your group on your page. You can promote your group when you go live. There's different ways you can promote it. But I would have it closed. Otherwise, if it's open, people can see the posts in your group even though they're not a member. So make sure it's closed. Also, having a closed group, people feel that they're more able to be open and ask questions as well. So just make sure that it is closed. People can still see who the admins are and request to join. Another big thing on groups, make sure that you've actually got rules for your group and that you're asking questions when they come in, so you don't get those spammers in your group upsetting your audience, which again can really kill the engagement. So if I was you, I would go for a closed group rather than an open one. Right, Ethan's got a question. When I plan my social media posts, the Twitter ones don't do as well. Any suggestions to improve? Ethan, do you use hashtags? And are you checking the times in which you're posting out to your Twitter account? Really important. Your tweets only get about a 13-second window. You need to make sure that your posts are engaging on Twitter to gain that traffic. And it's using it in different ways. So I create something called a tweet bank, and I would take one tweet and I would change up the text. So I'd take one tweet and put it in 3 to 4 different ways in which you would put that out. I also use a tool called Tweeted.com, which tells you the best times to tweet as well. And that's a really good tool. You'll definitely see a difference in terms of your tweets. But also ask questions on Twitter, do polls, engage with them. Get people engaging, and go and engage on other people's posts so then they come back, and then get involved in Twitter chats. Spoke lots yesterday about Twitter chats on our Q&A. So do check that out as well. Who else have we got coming in? Lauren's put she's a hairdresser. My business name's Ruby Locks Hair on Instagram. Please feel free to add me. That's fine, Lauren. Get people going across to add you. Stacey Hodges has just come in. Welcome in, Stacey. Hope you're well. And it's great to see you in here. Lauren says, Zoe, I wished I had as much confidence as you do in these lives. They're amazing. Thank you so much. You know what, Lauren? I was a girl at school that hated standing in front, hated speaking out in class. I would be the girl with her head in a book, and I know lots of you have heard this before. I'd be the girl with her head in the book, thinking, please don't pick on me to read out the next sentence. And that's what I was like until I was in my mortgage broking days. And when I started to go out and do talks and get out on the circuit and run my own events, I started to realise that standing up in front of people was actually quite rewarding. And I love feedback. I love hearing that I'm helping people. And that's what gives me the drive to do these lives. I'm quite a shy person. I always get a bit nervous before going live in case I say something wrong, or I'm a Bridget Jones, for example. So it's just about being you. Don't be anyone else. Just be yourself. And communicate with the camera as if someone was behind it. When I first started doing my lives, I got Gareth to sit behind the laptop, and I spoke to him in conversation. So that was great. But you will build up your confidence. The way that I would say to practice with your live videos is to set up a closed Facebook group. Just add a few friends that you trust in there that gives you good feedback, and go live in the group to practice. It's the best way to do it. And that will soon build up your confidence. So give that a try, Lauren. Hi, Nancy, just coming in. Ellen says she's added Lauren to Instagram. That's great. If you are just coming in, welcome to my live Q&A. Like I mentioned, please do comment in the box below your questions, your business, where you're listening in from. If you would like the free download, type in yes, please. And if you know someone that would find this really of value, for me, that would be great, because you're sharing this post tag your friend in, tag a colleague in to share this, or share this live video. That really does add value to me in return for doing these lives. It means a lot. So I've got a few more questions. I've got quite a few people on Twitter listening in, which is great. If you are watching, it's great to see you in here. Another question I'm going to bring up. Someone says, where do I start? There's just so many platforms. And they said there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. Where do I start? And it all comes back to, and I think I've mentioned this a lot, it all comes back to who your target audience are. Really important. Your target audience are key to which platform you go on, and also your goals and objectives. And I said that a few times this week as well. So when you know what you want to achieve and you know who your target audience are, it's then that you can select the right social media platform to be actually really engaging on and spending time and resources on. There's no point you trying to go on all of them and trying to be, you know, present on all of them when actually your audience might not actually be engaging on there. You're going to waste time and resources on something that's not going to get you the results. So for me, I love Facebook. A lot of my audience are on Facebook. Even some of the bigger brands that I work with, those individuals, those marketing managers are personally on Facebook. So it's great for me in terms of really going live on Facebook. And again, Twitter as well for the small business community. I love LinkedIn, but at the moment I'm really pushing my presence and my awareness on Facebook and Instagram. If you are just coming in, do let me know who you are and what you do. It'll be great to see that in here. It's great to see so many of you coming in. I'm just going to see if I've missed any questions. If you are coming in. So how many of you got any, oh, I've got a question. I've got something really big coming now from David. Let me just put it here. Let me put this over. I can't show it all actually, David, and it hides me. But this is David saying this. It is like everything in life. The more you do, the more confident you become. David says he remembers when he first done a public speaking in front of 50 people and he was so nervous. Now he's been on local TV, national TV and radio, and you just crack on with it. And he said a great tip that he found helped him was to reframe the language. That feeling in your stomach isn't nerves, but excitement. Focus on the idea that you're excited to share the story. It's exactly that, David, and that's what we emphasize on my influence course. You know, it's all about making sure that, you know, by you sharing your story, you're going to really add value to a lot of people's lives. And that's the main thing. It's really important that you understand that, you know, that person that's just heard your story or just heard your tip or just watched your live, that's going to go and help them with their business or their personal life. And it's great to be able to do that. You know, when I come off of here, I get so many messages. I had the lovely Cherie, I think it's Cherie Bennett, Bennett her surname. She sent me a lovely message last night about saying thank you so much for everything you do and all of these great tips and downloads. It's great for me to be able to take this from my business and really use it in my business as well. And it's just lovely when you see those types of messages come through. So if you are just coming in, let me know who you are. Would love some more questions in the comments below. I do have some questions though, and I will share them. So before I do, Lauren's put, could you tell me a little bit about the course on Monday, please, Zoe? So there's a course on Monday, Lauren. It's on our website, zcsocialmedia.com. It's about it's about what tools you would use to create a digital offering. I done a free webinar a week or so ago, which you would have had in the free downloads. But this is a masterclass on Monday that takes you step by step how to create a free ebook, an audio or video course, how you then host it. I then share with you how you create a landing page with a form, and then show you how you get it out on your social media platforms to start building your audience. So that is what is going on Monday in the masterclass. You'll find it on my website under the workshops and events page. And so it's going to be a great workshop. We've got we've got a few people on there, only because I don't want no more than 10, because it is a tutorial. It is where we're going to get you to take action, so you've got something tangible to come away with. Okay, so I think we've got about 8 people on there already. We've only got a few spaces left, so hopefully that helps. If you are just coming in, please do say who you are and where you're listening in from and what your questions are. So back to questions. This is a really good one, actually. Someone says, I'm having lots of conversations, but it's not turning into customers. Really good question. So we could spend so much time on engaging with people and building that rapport, having those conversations, but they never turn into customers. And really interesting one. So how are you going to get those people from those conversations into your email list, convert them into a customer? And this is when it comes down to, how are you taking them away from social and then nurturing them and building that know, like and trust? So you can see, for me, I've been doing a lot of lives, but I've then been getting people to comment saying yes please to give away free content, and I've been having some great conversations, and some of those people then be turning into customers. So I had a person on Monday watch my live that then wanted to do more of a one-to-one. They said, look, it's great you're answering my questions, but I want you to show me how. And so I then converted that into a one-to-one. I had someone on Tuesday that wanted to know more about Instagram, and they then bought my recorded masterclass, which is about £27, and they then had that more in-depth knowledge rather than it just being a question. So this is how you can start to convert those conversations into customers. By giving great content to your audience allows you to start having some great conversations. And I don't mean force yourself on them saying, well, what are you going to buy from me? When people come back and they say, thank you so much, and I've also got a question on this, how could you help me more? That's when you can start to say, this is also what I provide. And you nurture them and you build that know, like and trust. And it's a great way to do that. Okay. If you are just watching in on Instagram, I'm doing a live Q&A. As I mentioned, I've got 3 hours worth of social media content. If you'd like to download it for free, type in yes please, and I'll send it to you after the live. So all of you have gone a little bit quiet. It'd be great to see who's in here. I've got a few more minutes, as I've nearly been on here for 45 minutes. Funny enough, I can't believe where the time goes. And so, Lauren, you've already got the Instagram masterclass. You've got it in your Start Social portal. So I will send you the link over, because that's really important to you that you do that. I'll send the link over to you afterwards where you can access that in the portal, but you've already got that, so no problem at all. So I'm going to go on to one more question. Someone says about copyright music on videos on Facebook. Why is it that Facebook take the video down if you're going live and there's music in the background, or you've done a video and you've put a theme tune? Facebook do have this system that when you upload a video and it's got music in, it's then that it can cause Facebook to detect that and shut and stop the video. So you need to make sure that the music that you're using is copyright. Now Facebook have a new creator studio that you can go in, and it's already got music on there that you can add to your videos, which is useful. So have a look at your creator studio on your Facebook page, which is really useful because you can schedule posts now, you can schedule lives, you can go live and use the live producer. So do have a look at that. Okay, whilst we're on the talk of lives and live producer, I know that the lovely Liz Barlett wanted me to talk about live producer as it is new. There's different ways in which you can use the live producer. It now allows you, so when you go on to Creator Studio, you can now see on there that you can click on a button saying go live. Now when you click on that go live button, it allows you to schedule a live and it allows you to cross post. Live producer is going to be the way forward in which you do live videos. It is very in depth, but you can use tools like OBS software and Restream that I'm using through your live producer to stream live via Facebook, but it's allowing you to cross post. Now when you post a live, it says to you Would you like to cross post to other pages? And that now allows you to cross post to multiple pages at one time, which is super great, because like me, I've got my brand Zoe Kens, and I've also got my ZC social media brand, and I want to push it out to both pages, but before I wasn't able to do that. So this is what's great about Live Producer. It now allows you to do that without using other tools, which is really good. David says, how do you go live on Instagram via Zoom? I don't, David. I go directly live on Instagram. I've got a tripod just here with my live, with my phone, and I'm directly going live there. That's why I'm diverting off. Zoom at the moment only allows you to go live to Facebook and to YouTube. So hopefully that helped. How many of you have found this useful? I hope that you have. If you are just coming into my live, you can go back and watch this. If you're watching the replay, do type in #replay in the comments. If you want the 3 hours of downloads, please type in yes, please. And if you know someone, by you tagging someone in this live video really helps me spread the message about my live Q&As, and really shows me that you found this useful as well. If you have found this useful, please do type in the comments below. I'll be back tomorrow. I will confirm the time that I'll be going live, so I look forward to seeing you all then. I felt that 3 o'clock is working really well, although I come on a little bit later today because of I had a mentee session with my Start Social group, which is also really fun as well with them. As I do go to leave, if you would like to check out our website, zcsocialmedia.com, we've got some masterclasses coming up. Tomorrow we've got Instagram stories, and on Monday we've got where you can set up your free product, your landing page and your mailing list, and getting it out on social, so you've got something to go and grow your list. Or if you're interested in the Start Social digital version mentee group, it's £100, and we do payment plans. So do talk to me about that. It's £99, and it's a great place. We go live every week in there, where we give you that time as more of a group, a bespoke group. So if you would find that useful, let me know. But other than that, I'm going to leave you all, and I'd really appreciate you sharing, you tagging people in, you commenting on the post below, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Goodbye.